The Colombian peace talks have resumed in Havana. The need for a bilateral ceasefire has again surfaced in the negotiations. Our correspondent Natalia Margarita has the story.
Peace advocates in Colombia continue to express their concerns regarding the intensification of the armed conflict. Renewed calls for an urgent de-escalation of the confrontations have come as the 38th round of talks started in Havana, Cuba.
The peace talks are advancing, so what is the necessity of waiting until the final peace agreement signature to stop deaths, bombing, attacks on the civilian population, and so on? That does not make any sense.
In the wake of the beginning of this new round of negotiations, the FARC delegation has called again on the government to agree on a cessation of hostilities.
We once again are calling for a bilateral ceasefire, which would bring relief and new hope to our people. We are inviting the government to end the contradictions and to reflect in order to attempt to reach an agreement that would stop the confrontation immediately.
Social organizations have been warning on the impacts that the escalation of the conflict is having on those who live in Colombia's war zones, but also the damage over the confidence of civil society towards the process is a concern.
To further escalate the conflict, we will reduce the possibilities for the construction of confidence. We'll also reduce the peace scenarios that we've been constructing. All the enthusiasm that we've been putting into social mobilization.
Meanwhile, the peace delegations will continue to discuss the issue of victims that is the fourth of the 5-point negotiation agenda and on which an agreement has already been reached. That was the creation of a Truth Commission.
The Truth Commission is a very important step in the right direction. Anybody who wants to be judged by the transitional special justice of the end of the conflict will have to go to the Truth Commission. And that is basically one of the greatest demands of all the victims.
The fifth and last point of the negotiation agenda, which is the end of the conflict itself, is expected to be addressed too. That implies the discussion on a bilateral and definitive ceasefire and the laying down arms by the insurgency. Natalia Margarita, Telesur, Bogotá, Colombia.